just off of Longleaf Pine Parkway here in St. John's, Florida. It is Creekside and Spruce Creek live on Schlick Sports. We've got a good battle today between the Knights, who come in on a 3-game win streak, in Spruce Creek, who are off to an 8-2 start, their best through their first 10 games in 3 years. These are teams that are very familiar with each other over the past few years. Their first all-time matchup was in 2021. They've played every year since. Creekside is 2-1 all-time against the Hawks and won 7-2 in the 42 Classic last year. However, a different look from the Creekside Knights as they come out and face the Hawks this year. They got Matt Bysham on the mound going up against Garrett Grant, a good pitching matchup against two guys who are coming off of phenomenal appearances, who are off to really hot starts this season. Should be a great matchup on the bump. Both teams swinging it really well at the plate. Creekside, they come in hot at the plate. More on that later. First, we are getting set to send you down to the field for our starting lineups and national anthem. It's a chilly one out here at Creekside High School. 59 degrees, wind blowing in at 6 miles per hour. Sun will set at 7:37, so pretty late in the game, but it's a sunny one, but it's chilly out here. We'll see how that affects play. But now we're going to send you down to the field for the starting lineups and the national anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of our principal, Mr. Steve McCormick, and our athletic director, Mr. Luke Maribel, welcome to Freedom Fields on the campus of Creekside High School. The Florida High School Athletic Association reminds us that interscholastic events are an extension of the classroom, and that lessons are best learned when proper respect is accorded to all. Please let your good sportsmanship show as you watch this evening's game. Tonight we welcome the Hawks of the Spruce Creek High School, and they will take on your Creekside Knights. Introducing today's non-starters for Spruce Creek. Number 1, Justin Cronin. Number 2, Anthony Barton. Number 4, Cooper West. Number 11, Jaden Reinhardt. Number 12, Shane Levin. Number 13, Josh Ray. Number 16, CJ Asfield. Number 19, Alex Cast. Number 20, Cole Goodnoe. Number 25, Jack Costa. And number 26, Trevor V. And now the starting lineup for the Hawks. Leading off at shortstop, number 9, Devin Crown. Batting second, the designated hitter, number 3, Andrew Ezel. Batting third, the left fielder, number 14, Lamar Edwards. Batting fourth, the center fielder, number 23, Tyler Boyerson. Batting fifth, the second baseman, number 7, Payson Garcia. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 24, Lucas Tatunjit. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 6, Julian Braga. Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 10, Lucas Badalato. Batting ninth, the right fielder, number 15, Reed Johnson. And pitching for the Hawks, number 8, Garrett Grant. Assistant coaches, Austin Goss, Joey Marcus, Colin Labardoni, Adam Smith, Joey Miller, and Parker Massman, and the head coach for Spruce Creek, Matt Cleveland. Now let's meet the non-starters for your Creekside Knights. Number 2, Aiden Benechek. Number 4, Nick Romeo. Number 7, Tavin Blanzett. Number 8, Hunter Schlegel. Number 12, Jackson Kane. Number 15, Roman Viselli. Number 16, Quinn Wilfong. Number 17, Zach Jackson. Number 18, Hunter Zimmerman. Number 21, Josh Huber. Number 22, Micah Henson. Number 23, Gavin Dupre. And number 24, Hudson Hyatt. And now, tonight's defensive starters for your Knights. In left field, number 9, Drew Williams. In center field, number 20, Sean Aschenfelder. In right field, number 6, Michael Bysham. At the hot corner, number 3, Connor Belizic. At shortstop, number 5, Ty Martineau. At second base, number 1, Parker Morton. At first base, number 14, Adam Harvey. Behind the dish tonight, number 13, Gavin Strunk. the designated hitter number 19, Carson McFarland. And taking the mound for your Creekside Knights, number 10, Matthew Bisham. Assistant coaches, Bobby McCluskey, Darren Lester, Chris Angelo, Tony Mazzio. And the head coach for the Creekside Knights, Mr. Chris King. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention to the American flag flying in center field. Please stand and remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
And it is time to play ball here at Freedom Field at Creekside High School. I'm Noah Schlick, bringing you today's action live on Schlick Sports as we take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's game. First, the batting order for the Spruce Creek Hawks. Leading things off is Devin Crown, followed by Andrew Ezel and LJ Edwards. Tyler Boyes in the center fielder is batting cleanup, followed by Payson Garcia, Lucas Tatunjan, and Julian Braga. And then 8-9, Lucas Battalato and Reed Johansson. The guy to watch out for in this Spruce Creek lineup, LJ Edwards. The Duke commit has a perfect game grade of 10. He is a phenomenal player, and up at the plate, he's a huge threat. Batting .306 on the season with 7 RBIs. Look out for him in this one. Time now to take a look at the fielding alignment for the Creekside Knights. Out in left field, Drew Williams, Sean Aschenfelder in center, Michael Bisham out in right. On the infield, Connor Belizik mans the hot corner, Ty Martineau at short, and Parker Morton at second. Over at first, Adam Harvey. Behind the plate is Gavin Strump. And out on the mound, you are looking at Matthew Bisham. Bisham, the sophomore, standing at 6'0", 175. Started Creekside's last game exactly a week ago against Columbia, in which he went the complete game. Creekside mercy ruled him in 5 innings. Bisham allowed 6 hits, 3 runs, none of them earned. He struck out 9 while walking just 1, looking for more of that success on the bump tonight. Bisham will mix in a sinker in the mid-80s that he throws 57% of the time. A slider will throw 34% of the time, and a changeup 6% of the time. That changeup's going to come into play, especially early on in ball games. He'll find that. He'll see how he's feeling coming out of his hand. He knows pretty early on whether he likes it or not for that day, and they'll either stick with it or almost completely abandon it. As he fires his final warm-up pitches, it'll be interesting to see how that plays out against Spruce Creek tonight, as Devin Crown will step up to the plate for the Hawks, leading things off. Starting lineups are brought to you by Troy Silhan with Bank of England Mortgage, as we are set and ready for action here at Creekside High School. Crown stepping into the batter's box. So far this season, batting .353. He takes a pitch down and away for ball 1. Crown, the junior, stands at 5'10", 180. Sinker from Bisham just misses 2-0. Crown is really good out of the bullpen for the Hawks, and at the plate he's been phenomenal, but this time grounds up the middle. Martineau throws on to first for out number 1 One up, one down to start the first inning, and that brings up Andrew Ezell.
Designated hitter number 3, Andrew Ezell.
And getting that first out is going to be critical for Matt Bisham. He has a lot of success when he can get the first out of the inning, and if he can avoid going into the stretch, he's much better out of the full windup. When there's traffic on the bases, especially with nobody out in the inning, that can get him into some trouble. If he can get a quick out just like that, he should be looking good in this start. This is low. Ball one to Ezell. Ezell is off to a fantastic start at the plate. The senior batting .429. Stetson commit, transferred from DeLand with L.J. Edwards, who's going to be batting fourth. He's the guy that's picked to watch out for in this lineup today. But Ezell has been incredible up at the plate. Probably arguably better than Edwards. Well, not arguably. He has been better than Edwards up at the plate so far this year. Got an OPS over 1,000. 1-2 slider is fouled away. Still 2 strikes on Ezell. Full windup and the pitch. A good sinker. Got some nasty movement, cut in on the hands, up and in. Ezell able to fight it off. Stays alive. Full windup. The 2-2 fouled away again. Bisham, a guy who's going to force a lot of ground balls. 63% of balls put in play against Bisham are on the ground. This one, however, popped up down the right field side. Foul ground. Adam Harvey, the first baseman, near the bullpen, bounces off his glove and down for a foul ball. That was going to be a really tough play. Harvey was in full pursuit, made a good effort at it. However, he had to reach over his shoulder with his glove, and I think as a first baseman, that's a tough angle there. Bounced off the palm of his glove, couldn't bring it in. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes on Ezell. Chop foul, he keeps fighting. I don't feel like we've really seen a true kind of throwaway pitch from Bisham yet. He's been sticking around the zone. I'd be looking for a slider out of the zone right here. 3-2. Full count. Who's going to come away victorious? Grounded out to short, backhanded by Martineau, throws across his body and makes a fantastic play for out number 2. How about that from Ty Martineau? Range into his right, backhands the ball. Didn't have too much time with the speed of Ezell going down that first base line. With his momentum going to that third base line, Martineau able to throw one hopper to Harvey, makes the pick at first. Just like that, 2 gone in the top of the first. That brings up Edwards. He's batting third. Takes a pitch for ball 1. Edwards this season batting .306. 7 RBIs. Skies one to center. Ashenfelder dives and makes the catch. Back-to-back phenomenal defensive plays from the Creekside Knights. Allows for a 1-2-3, top of the first inning. First chance for Creekside up at the plate. Coming up next on Schlick Sports. They are back together again and talking sports in Jacksonville. Brent Martineau and former Jags player Austin Lane from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. on all the social media platforms, and for the first time ever in Jacksonville, a 24/7 streaming network. It's Action Sports Jacks 24/7. Download the Action News Jacks Now app and get sports all day, every day. It's on Roku, Apple TV, Google TV, and many other platforms. Action Sports Jacks 24/7 and the new Brent and Austin Show, 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. Time now for the starting lineups, brought to you by Troy Silhan with Bank of England Mortgage. First up with the batting order for the Creekside Knights. Leading things off, Sean Aschenfelder, followed by Connor Belizik and Ty Martineau. Adam Harvey batting in that cleanup role for the Creekside Knights, followed by Michael Bysham and Carson McFarland. 7, 8, 9, Gavin Strump, Drew Williams, and rounding things out, Parker Morton. The fielding alignment for the Spruce Creeks Hawks. Out there, L.J. Edwards in left, Tyler Boyesen in center, Reed Johansson in right. Tatunjan, the third baseman, across from him at first, Lucas Badalato. The middle infielders, Devin Crown at short, Payson Garcia at second. Behind the plate is Lucas Braga. And the pitcher for the Hawks, Garrett Grant. Taking a look at Grant this season, he has been dominant. Out on the bump, stands at 6'3", 195, the junior. He's got a fastball in the low 80s, mixes in a curveball, slider, and a changeup according to Perfect Game. Coming off of a masterful performance against Deltona on March 12th. He went 7 innings, 6 hits, no runs, no walks, 10 strikeouts. He's gone back-to-back 7-inning games, throwing a complete game, and has allowed just 2 runs in 22 innings pitched this season. He's made 4 appearances, all of them starts, and he's 4-0. Hawks got to feel good when they go out there and he's on the bump. Aschenfelder with a chopper over to third. Throw on to first in time for a quick out number 1. Now I'll bring up Connor Belizik for the Creekside Knights.
With 1 away, that brings up tonight's third baseman, number 3, Connor Belizik.
Creekside has been playing really good baseball lately, and that's all started at the plate. The key to the game for Creekside, the scoring parade. That's how I'm putting it, as Belizik lines one out to center for a quick out number 2. 2 pitches, 2 outs for the Creekside Knights. Back to my key, they've scored 6 or more in all but 2 games, and they're 6-2 when doing so. However, opponents have scored 6 or more just twice against Spruce Creek. Be interesting to see if Creekside can hit that mark in this game, or if Spruce Creek kind of sticks with their trend, limiting opponents' scoring. After 2 first pitch outs, Martineau taken all the way at strike 1. Ty up at the plate this season, batting .400, getting on base the .488 mark. Finds himself in an 0-2 count. Gonna have to battle back against Grant. The 0-2. Fastball away. Ball and 2 strikes on Ty Martineau. Grounder back up the middle, fielded by Crown. Throw on to first in time, so each of these starters Start off going 1, 2, 3, potential sign of things to come as we play on to the second. The Hawks looking to get some offense started in this ballgame when we return. Attention sports fans of Southwest Jacksonville. Are you prepared to defend against the greatest opponent of our time? I'm not talking about a rival team. I'm talking about cyber threats. Did you know that in 2023, over 60% of small to mid-sized businesses experienced a cyber attack, and only 14% were considered prepared to handle the attack? Don't let one setback sideline your success. Here to help is CMIT Solutions of Southwest Jacksonville, your local IT managed services provider for small to mid-sized businesses in and around Southwest Jacks. Tune in to our free podcast on cybersecurity, where we break down the complex threats in just 15 minutes per episode. Make the most of your drive time and defend your business like a champion. Stay safe, stay secure. Find us on YouTube at youtube.com/@CMITSWJacks. Top of the second inning now on Schlick Sports. 0-0. Our score here. 1, 2, 3 down went the Hawks and the Knights in the first inning. Now heart of the order trying to change that against Matthew Bysham. Fires a changeup, it looks like, that misses. Appeal down to first base, and looks like Boyesen held up on his swing. Next pitch in for strike number 1. One offering up at the hands. 2-1. Couple good battles up at the plate in that first inning, as there's a foul ball. 2-2. Bysham able to retire them in order, but Ezel saw quite a few pitches. This will be pitch number 20 for Bysham. Coming up. Down low, 3-2. Boyesen was one of the top hitters at the plate last season for the Spruce Creek team. This time he gets rung up, looking at strike 3. One gone in the top of the second, and that brings up Garcia, the second baseman. Payson Garcia, the junior, stands at 5'11", 185. First pitch to him, down and in, 1-0. Garcia batting .292, getting on base at the .485 mark. A 1-1 count. Bysham, I think, of course, first 4 men he's seen have gone down, but he's been struggling at times to find the strike zone, looking to fill that up a little more, as there's a chopper over to first. Harvey Fields steps on the bag. 2 up, 2 down to start the second inning. That brings up Tetungen. I'm getting better at that name every time I say it.
Lucas Tetungen.
After the first 5 men down in order, Tetungen looking to change things right here. He's batting .222 on the season. The right-handed batter's box, he sends one back up the middle, and he does change that. After the first 5 men down in order, it's a 2-out single for Lucas Tetungen.
Next up for the Hawks is
that brings up Braga with a 2-out base runner. Braga, the catcher, struggling at the plate so far this season, batting .111. He is getting on base at the .314 mark, which with a batting average like that, it's a really good place to be at. A really talented player, though. Committed to Pittsburgh. Got a perfect game grade of 9. Hit 280 last year with a home run and 13 RBIs. Just looking to get something going after a slow start through their first 10. Strike one to Braga. The big issue for him so far this season has been strikeouts. Struck out 44% of the time. And his at-bats up at the plate. The 0-1 pitch swung on and missed. 0-2 count on Julian Braga. Runner on first, 2 outs in the top of the second. The 0-2 pitch. Fought off in on the hands. Braga sends it the other way. Still 0-2. Quick pickoff move to first, and Tatunjan was, he had not taken a step off. I think Bisham was either trying to get Braga out of his rhythm at the plate or thought he'd be off, but not going to matter. Swing and strike 3 onto the bottom of the second inning. Nothing. Heart of the order coming up next for Creekside. That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. We specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today. Bottom of the second inning now on Schlick Sports. It's nothing here at Freedom Field. 4-5-6 coming up for the Knights after a 1-2-3 first inning. Leading things off, Adam Harvey. Up at the plate this season, Creekside has been hitting really well. A team batting average at .306. Adam Harvey leading the charge, leading the team in batting average at .423. His on-base percentage, also .423. He's going to swing it a lot, and he's going to make contact, and he's going to put it in play, and hey, it's been working for him. An OPS at exactly 1,000. Driven in 8 runs with 3 extra base hits. Takes a fastball that misses 1-1. Creekside out there in some throwback uniforms today. Going with a whiteout theme as there's a 1-1 pitch in for strike 2. Asked, are these new jerseys before the start of the game? No, they pulling them out, wanting to do something a little different, and yeah, they look good. Harvey caught swinging at strike 3. 1 out to start off the second inning. That brings up Michael Bisham. Bisham batting .320 this season with the on-base percentage at .433. Still 3 bags against Columbia last Tuesday. Trying to get on base right here. Shows bunt, pulls back, and watches the curveball get in there for strike number 1. An 0-1 count. Wind blowing in from center field as Bisham swings under the fastball. Fouls it off. 0-2. Bisham reached base 3 times against Columbia. Creekside as a team reached base over 25 times in that game, as it's going to be a close play over at first. The throw just beats Bisham for out number 2. That brings up McFarland with the first 2 men down in order to start the second inning. McFarland, the DH, coming out of a potential breakout game, was previously batting under 200. The average now at 240 is against Columbia. He was just fantastic. Went 2 for 2. Reached all 4 times. A 2-run home run in his first at-bat, a double in his second, then a walk and a hit by pitch. He's been swinging it well in recent games. Takes a fastball up and in. 2-0. McFarland's been really patient up at the plate, and it's worked for him this year. On base percentage at .462. He's taken a lot of walks, gotten hit by a lot of pitches. This time he grounds one out to second, fielded by Garcia. Throw on to first in time for another 1-2-3 inning for Garrett Graham. Still nothing on the scoreboard after 2. Top of the 3rd inning coming up next from Freedom Field. First Coast Lighting and Fans is a proud sponsor of Schlick Sports and Creekside Baseball. They have the area's largest selection of lights, fans, and home decor. Be sure to stop by and browse their location on Phillips Highway across from the Avenues Mall at 10130 Phillips Highway. They look forward to helping you with your lighting needs soon. On now to the top of the 3rd inning on Schlick Sports. Nothing between Spruce Creek and Creekside. It's a chilly one out here if you haven't figured that one out already. 58 degrees, though it looks really nice on camera looking at that photo. The sun is out, not a cloud in the sky. Let's say if the temperature was 6 or 7 degrees higher, this would be a perfect night for baseball. 8-9-1 up for the Spruce Creek Hawks here in the 3rd inning. Led off by Lucas Battalato. The first baseman grounds one to second. Parker Morton. Little time before the throw, he gets it over in time for out number 1. A good start on the mound for Matthew Bisham. This is his 4th start of the season. Came in with a 2-0 record. He's getting help from his defense so far in this start, which is a good thing. He's allowed 11 runs, just 3 of them earned in his 16 2/3 innings pitched. I feel like different teams against Matt yield different results, and sometimes he's a guy like tonight, he's forcing a lot of soft contact, balls being put in play and letting his defense work behind him. Other times, he's got a weird movement on his pitches that with some teams can lead to a lot of swing and miss. And then there's been 3 times that I can recall where Matt Beisham's gotten just hit. Bartram Trail, Winter Park, and that Providence game where everyone got hit a couple weeks ago. But for the most part, Beisham is always going to give you a chance to win when he's on the mound. Even in that game against Bartram Trail, Creekside won. He's very consistent. Got kind of a bulldog mentality out there. It's just kind of interesting to see how things play out, and you can kind of get a sense early on. So far, just 1 strikeout for him, but a lot of soft contact on the ground. However, a few more balls being thrown than he would have liked. Grounder to third. Belizik to first in time. 2 up, 2 down to start the 3rd inning. That brings up the leadoff man, Devin Crown. He grounded out to short to lead off this game.
Shortstop number 9, Devin Crown.
Crown looking to get something going. They had a 2-out single just an inning ago. Couldn't do anything with it. First pitch from Beisham. It's fouled back over the new 50-foot netting. I think that one made it to the softball field, which is not something we've been seeing as often this year. 0-2 count. Creekside has been trying for years to get a new backstop out here. They used to have just a real short chain link fence that didn't go up much higher than where we are now. Saw a lot of foul balls get over to that softball field, which is dangerous, especially with games like there are tonight where we got 2 going on at a time. But we're going to have to save that anecdote for another inning because Matt Beisham sets Crown down on an 0-2 count onto the bottom of the 3rd. Still 0-0 between the Knights and the Hawks. They are back together again and talking sports in Jacksonville. Brent Martineau and former Jags player Austin Lane from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. on all the social media platforms, and for the first time ever in Jacksonville, a 24/7 streaming network. It's Action Sports Jacks 24/7. Download the Action News Jacks Now app and get sports all day, every day. It's on Roku, Apple TV, Google TV, and many other platforms. Action Sports Jacks 24/7 and the new Brent and Austin Show, 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. Bottom of the 3rd inning now on Schlick Sports. Gavin Strump will lead things off for the Knights as the bottom of the order looking to give him a bit of a spark. First 6 guys up to the plate down in order against Garrett Grant. And Grant has continued his streak of dominance up on the mound. Good. Off-speed pitch, just missing, 1-1. Grant had allowed just 2 runs in 22 innings pitched heading into tonight's start. Foul ball from Strump, 1 and 2. Gone back-to-back complete games. Is start against Lake Mary, he allowed just one earned run, one run. None against Deltona. Could have gone 10 straight scoreless innings since his last start if he can put up another donut here in the third. It's 2 and 2. We're going to go back now in this inning and dig up when the last time a team scored off of Grant was. Two-two pitch to Strump. Fastball misses away. It's been 14 innings since he allowed a run. Gavin Strump hustling to first on the walk. He's in safely. Runner on first base, nobody out for Drew Williams. Williams getting the start out in left field tonight for Creekside. And some limited appearances up at the plate. He's 1 for 7 with an RBI double. He's also walked up there. Jackson Kane out to run for the catcher, Strump on first. Quick pickoff move to first, and back safely is Kane. Look out for him. I wouldn't be surprised if the Knights put him in motion. These next couple pitches haven't been able to get anyone on base until that walk. I think they're trying to get him into scoring position as soon as possible. A nasty curveball called strike on Williams, 0-1. Jackson Kane has been used mostly as a pinch runner lately in 11 plate appearances up at the plate. He's still found a way to score 7 runs for Creekside, the third most on this team. Another nasty curve in for strike 2, and Drew Williams can do nothing but shake his head at that pitch. Just nasty. 0-2 count. I think this is where they send him. Oh, 2. Fastball misses, 1-2. Not a big lead for Kane over at first. And he is caught leaning towards second on the pickoff move. Caught in a rundown. He slips. He's tagged out for out number 1. Another out on the bases for the Creekside Knights has been a familiar sight so far this season. Now 1-2 count on Williams with nobody on, 1 away. Curveball, little roller down the first base side. Williams is safe at first. He avoided the tag from Garrett Grant. Able to hustle it out and beat the flip to first. An infield single, a hustle single for Drew Williams. Nice job there by the left fielder to get on base. 1-on-1 out for Parker Morton. Morton getting the start at second base. He's 3 for 10 with 5 walks up at the plate so far this year. Got the top of the order leadoff man Aschenfelder right behind him. Williams with a good lead over at first. Pickoff move, back safely Williams. Showing bunt and fouling it back is Morton. Creekside had been caught stealing 12 times. Heading into this game, that's through 10. Kane just tagged out on the base paths in a pickoff move, or got caught too far out in front. The Knights, a very aggressive team, though they've been caught stealing 12 times heading into this one. They've stolen 47 bases. That's an average of 4.7 per game. Morton into left field. That's a base hit. The shortstop Crown was over towards second, trying to get ready, I believe, for a steal attempt from Williams. That didn't happen. Not the hardest of contact, but just finds that hole in between the shortstop Crown and Tatungin, the third baseman. So now 2 on, 1 out for Creekside. And Sean Aschenfelder, the next up to the plate. And he'll have to wait a little bit longer after a mound visit. Aschenfelder has driven in 10 runs this season. Had 3 RBIs last time out against the Columbia Tigers. Comes into this one batting .421, grounded out to third his first time up. So the little visit on the mound breaks up, and it's time for Grant versus Aschenfelder. Runner in scoring position, another on first with 1 away in the bottom of the third. In that game against Columbia, he had 2 sac flies. 1 sac fly and a 2-run double. Curveball up high, 1-0. Grant gonna step off and look Williams back to second base. He's been working fast so far in this game, but concerned with the runner in scoring position. Looks Williams back again, and he doesn't really have that big of a lead out at second. You wonder if Grant's just kind of in his head right now, knowing the threat at the plate. Another curveball missing. 2 balls, no strikes. Trying to find the zone. Grant is set at the waist. Leg kick and the pitch. Skied out to right center. Right fielder calling for it and making the catch is Johansson. Runners stay put. And there's now 2 gone for Connor Belizik. Aschenfelder can't advance the runners. Now runners on first and second. 2 away for the freshman Belizik. He flew out to center his first time up. Belizik in a 3-way tie for the team lead in RBIs. The first guy, Aschenfelder, just flew out. The other one tied with him at 10 RBIs. Ty Martineau, he's on deck. First pitch curveball to Belizik. Misses just above the zone, 1-0. I do not think I've seen a guy rely on first pitch curveballs as much as Garrett Grant, but it is a nasty pitch that's been close to the zone. It's found the zone quite a bit. No reason not to show that to the hitters. First pitch. Belizik under a fastball. Pops one way up on the infield, and it is caught by Devin Crown, the shortstop. That looked dangerous for a moment. Garcia looked to be struggling to find it, and those two that close together normally spells out danger. But in the end, Crown able to make the catch on the infield to retire the side. Creekside gets 3 guys to reach base, can't bring any of them in. On to the 4th. It's still 0-0 at Freedom Field. Attention sports fans of Southwest Jacksonville. Are you prepared to defend against the greatest opponent of our time? I'm not talking about a rival team. I'm talking about cyber threats. Did you know that in 2023, over 60% of small to mid-sized businesses experienced a cyber attack, and only 14% were considered prepared to handle the attack? Don't let one setback sideline your success. Here to help is CMIT Solutions of Southwest Jacksonville, your local IT managed services provider for small to mid-sized businesses in and around Southwest Jacks. Tune in to our free podcast on cybersecurity, where we break down the complex threats in just 15 minutes per episode. Make the most of your drive time and defend your business like a champion. Stay safe, stay secure. Find us on YouTube at youtube.com/@CMITSWJacks. On to the top of the fourth inning here on Schlick Sports, and we've got a pitcher's duel going. Two guys shoving on the mound, and Matt Bysham and Garrett Grant. The Knights had an opportunity. They got three guys to reach in the third inning, but couldn't do anything with it. Couldn't even get a runner to third, or much less bring him home with a runner in scoring position with one out. Fly out and a pop out. Did the trick, allowed Grant to get out of the inning, and now still scoreless. Andrew Ezel leads off the fourth with a fly out to right field. One gone quickly in the top of the fourth inning. LJ Edwards the next up for the Hawks. After one pitch, one out. Bysham back into the windup. Sinker misses way in. Edwards avoids the hit by pitch. 1-0 count. First time up at the plate, LJ flew out to center field. Takes a big hack at that one. Misses 1-1. Foul tip, strike two. So after a little delay after the foul ball, it's a 1-2 count. We get back set for this two-strike battle. The 1-2 offering, up and away, 2-2. Quickly deals Bysham, gets strike three, but it gets to the backstop. Edwards safe at first on a drop third strike. That one was inside. Nasty movement on the slider, kicked away from Strumpin. Just a slow roller to that right backstop. There's a good chance now that Bysham's going to have to get 4 outs to get out of this inning. Boyesen struck out looking on a 3-2 count his first time up as a pickoff move. Not in time, trying to catch Edwards out in front. Getting a good lead over at first base. Sinker fought off. 0-1 count. Boyesen kind of struggling to get something going the way he did last year. The good news for him, though, is batting average dipping now below 230. He's getting on base heading into this one at the 395 mark. Still been very productive out at the plate. Driven in 6 runs. Chops one in foul ground down the third baseline. 0-2 count on Boyerson. Last year he had .326 with the Hawks. Got on base at the .431 mark. Another pickoff move, and again, safe is L.J. Edwards. .0-2 pitch. A slow chopper to second. Morton Fields throw on to first in time. Was so slow, and Morton ranged into his left, couldn't get to it in time to flip to second. So they do get the fielders. They do get the out at first base. But a runner in scoring position with 2 away for Payson Garcia. Grounded out to first. His first time up. With the runner on second, 2 away, he takes strike 1. Garcia is driven in 5 this season, and he's got a chance to give the Hawks the lead in the 4th inning. Swings on top of one, fouls it back, 0-2. Two strikes on Garcia. He's into the box. The 0-2 offering. Fly down the right field side. Foul territory. Harvey in pursuit. Makes the grab over the shoulder. A great catch by the first baseman, Adam Harvey, to retire the side. Well, took more than 3 outs, but Bisham gets the job done. On to the bottom of the 4th inning. Still scoreless here in St. John's, Florida. That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. We specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today.
Creekside Knights. Shortstop number 5, Ty Martineau.
Bottom of the 4th inning now. On Schlick Sports, still 0-0. Creekside had a few base runners in the 3rd. Couldn't bring anything home, but now, second time through the order, could yield some different results. 3, 4, 5. Due up here in the 4th inning. Is after strike 1. Martineau sends one down the right field side. Into the right field corner. It is down for extra bases. Martineau rounding second. going for three. He is in at third base with a triple. A one-hopper off the wall for Ty Martineau. And he's in with a three-bagger to lead off the bottom of the fourth inning. That might be the best hit ball I've ever seen Ty Martineau hit for the Creekside Knights. Skied that one down the right field side, and Joe Hansen was in solid pursuit of it. I thought he had a chance to grab it. Came close, but it was down. And now a runner just 90 feet away for Adam Harvey. Corners in. He struck out swinging his first time up. Now trying to give Creekside the lead. He takes strike one. Harvey has been good in these situations. He's got 5 RBIs in his last 3 games. The 0-1. Fouled away. Oh-2 count on Adam Harvey. Grant searching for a big timeout, number 1. Swung on and missed. The curveball got him. So he gets a strikeout for out number 1. And that's a big timeout now.
With one away, that brings up the right fielder.
Looking for something
6, Michael Bishop.
on the ground to one of your corner infielders here that are playing in to keep Martineau from scoring and hopefully get out number 2 if you're Grant on the mound or the strikeout. To get it to 2 outs, runner on third. Bisham sends one up the middle. That will score. Martineau throw to first. Got him. An RBI ground out for Michael Bisham, and Creekside takes the 1-0 lead. And that's exactly what you got to do in that situation. Just make solid contact, put it in play, back up the middle. Bisham took just one pitch to get the job done. Creekside with the lead over Spruce Creek. Now a 2 away. Carson McFarland takes ball 1. Not only did that triple allow Martineau to score on the ground out, give Creekside the lead, but that now gives Ty Martineau an 11-game on-base streak to start off the season and extend his hit streak to 7. Two-0 count, and a slow chopper to third. Tutungin throws on to first in time for out number 3. But the Creekside Knights strike for 1, taking the lead in the bottom of the 4th inning. On to the 5th. First lead of the ball game. Can the Knights defend it when we return on Schlick Sports? First Coast Lighting and Fans is a proud sponsor of Schlick Sports and Creekside Baseball. They have the area's largest selection of lights, fans, and home decor. Be sure to stop by and browse their location on Phillips Highway across from the Avenues Mall at 10130 Phillips Highway. They look forward to helping you with your lighting needs soon. Welcome back to Freedom Field as we are on to the top of the 5th inning. Pretty fast-moving ball game in Creekside. Taking the lead in that 4th inning after a Ty Martineau triple to lead off the inning. Michael Bysham able to bring him in with the ground out to second. Now 6, 7, 8 due up for the Hawks, and Tatunjan. An 0-1 count with Matthew Bysham, who's rolling on the mound. Only 2 men have reached thus far against Bysham. 1 on a drop third strike and 1 on a single. A 1-2 count on Tatunjan, who was the man who singled back in the 2nd. And trying to light a spark. He slaps one into right field for another base hit. So Tatunjan so far seems to be the only guy who's seeing Bysham pretty well. Does a nice job going the opposite way. Not the hardest of contact there, but enough to just poke it over the head of the first baseman, Adam Harvey, into right. And that'll do the trick. It's a leadoff base runner here in the 5th inning. That brings up Julian Braga, who struck out on 3 pitches back in the 2nd. And that's been the struggle this year for Braga, is the strikeouts. He's got a runner on first now, just looking to advance him into scoring position. Tatunjan with a decent lead. Braga shows bunt, pulls back. It's a called strike 1. Pickoff move to first, back safely Tatunjan. The Hawks are not a team that's too aggressive on the bases. They've stolen 16 in 10 games as there's a bunt foul, 0-2. And you get the feeling that that's the way they like to advance their base runners, is just lay a sack bunt down. They only have 4 players with multiple stolen bases this season. Tatunjan does not have 1. 0-2 count on Braga, and if he wants to get a bunt down, he's got to put it in play. He takes strike 3. Kind of leaned that front elbow into it, too. I think he was trying to get hit by a pitch, knowing he was kind of dead to rights on that pitch. 1 on, 1 out. Bottolato the next up. He grounded out to second base his first time up. Check swing, he goes, strike 1. One on and 1 out for Bottolato. Came into this one hitting .222. He's driven in 9 runs, been clutch at the plate, getting on base at the .382 mark heading into the game. Bysham has been really concerned with these base runners that have gotten on in this game. A lot of pickoff moves. Tatunjan dancing all around, but not too far off the first base bag. Foul tip from Bottolato. 0-2. This is pitch number 64 from Matthew Bysham. Throws a pickoff move to first. Back safely again is Tatunjan. Looks him back again. And he's called for a balk. Matt Bysham does not agree with that call. Kind of asking, what did I do? He stepped off the mound. And I think Chris King going out there for an explanation. No argument from King. Runner into scoring position in an 0-2 count. Pitch back up the middle. This could score to Tunjan. He's going for the plate. Ashenfelder throws. It's a good one. The throw is not fielded by Strump in safely. At second is Bottolato. And Tunjan will score on the RBI single. So the balk immediately comes back to bite Bisham. Ashenfelder put a great throw on it to home plate, but took a pretty big hump on Gavin Strump. Had to reach up, couldn't grasp it. To Tunjan in safely on the RBI single. We are back even at 1. First pitch sinker, a strike to Reed Johansson. One on, one out, and a 1-1 count. Devin Crown, the leadoff man on deck, another in scoring position. And Spruce Creek searching for their first lead potentially of the game after tying it here in the 5th. Creekside put one on the board in the bottom of the 4th. And the Hawks quickly able to fight back. I was talking up here in the booth in between innings. I was saying that the magic number to win this game might be 2. I think it's looking a little bit more like 3 or 4 now. Sinker just misses 2-2. Just a little outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Johansson. The pitch. Sinker misses above the zone, 3-2. Johansson came into this one batting .214 on the season. Full count. Here's the pitch. Slider misses, down and away. And that's ball 4. Runners on first and second. Back to Devin Crown, who's 0 for 2 so far in this game. Bisham takes a deep breath and steps back out onto the rubber. First pitch sent into right. Digging and staying put at third is Bottolato. Base is now loaded for Izell.
That'll bring up the DH, number 3, Andrew Izell.
Previous to this inning, there had just been 1 hit for the Spruce Creek Hawks. They've got 3 singles in this inning along with a walk. Tie ball game, bases loaded. Izell is 0 for 2 on the day. A ground out and a fly out. Corners in for Creekside. First pitch fouled away, 0-1. Izell came into this one with 6 RBIs on the season. Committed to go play at the next level at Stetson. Full windup in the 0-1. Misses low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Bisham looking for a strikeout or something soft on the ground. Instead, it's a line drive into left. That'll score at least 1. They're going to send another home. Williams gets his throw cut off at the plate. He is out. Throw to third, though, will get an out on the base paths. to score. They get out number 2. A close play at the plate. And hey, we got instant replay up here, so we're going to check that one out. I think he might have gotten a foot in under the glove. So Crown out trying for third. Ezel drives in 2 on the single. First pitch gets away from Strump. Runner to second. Yeah, that one's just really bang, bang at the plate. Could have gone either way. Kind of slowing it down to 4th speed. It looks like he got his foot in there and Strump got the glove under the leg. Good call at home plate. I find most of the time in those close calls, the umpire's normally right. Now 3-1, the Hawks lead. Three-1 offering misses down and away. Ball 4. Matt Bisham. The magic kind of wearing off here in the 5th inning. Creekside does have action up in the bullpen. It's a lefty. I think that might be Hunter Schlegel getting warm. 2 on, 2 out, 3 in. Runners go on the double steal. Strump throws to third. He is called safe. And Creekside cannot believe it. I think he snuck his hand in. The right hand past the glove. So 2 in scoring position. The 0-1. Misses down and away. Now after another ball, Chris King going to go talk to Matt Bisham out on the mound. I think he's going to get one more chance to escape the inning. Two one. Edwards on second, Ezel on third. Line down the line, foul. 2-2. Tyler Boyesen, the center fielder, is 0 for 2 on the day. Two count, 2 on, 2 out. Full windup and the pitch. Slider misses down and away. A great block by Gavin Strump. Let's keep Ezel over at third. Full windup and the 3-2 offering fouled away. We'll get another full count pitch. Quickly back into the windup. It's a ground ball to second, fielded by Morton. Throw to first in time for out number 3. But the Hawks finally get to Bisham, plate in 3 in the top of the 5th inning. Knights got a battle back. They now find themselves down 2 as we enter the bottom of the 5th on Schlick Sports. That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. We specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today. Bottom of the 5th inning now on Schlick Sports. Creekside took the lead in the bottom of the 4th inning, 1-0, but the Hawks quickly able to battle back, plating 3 in the top of the 5th. Now Creekside with 7, 8, 9 coming up. They got to get something back, and with the way things were going, Matt Bisham was on cruise control out on the mound until that 5th inning. Not the way they probably expected this to play out, as that's a high fly ball into shallow right center, making the catch as Boyus, the center fielder, went away. Strump retired on the flyout. That'll bring up Drew Williams, who singled back in the 3rd inning. These guys, 7, 8, 9, all reached in the 3rd. 2 singles and a walk. Garrett Grant still on the mound, although Creekside has fared pretty well against him the last 2 innings. Bouncing back, however, in a nice way. Quick fly out, and he's got Drew Williams in an 0-1 hole. Oh, 1 curveball. Had him looking silly. Down in the dirt. Gets Williams to go chasing. 0-2. The 0-2 offering. Another curveball misses down and away, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Got him looking at a pitch down for strike number 3, 2 gone.
Two down.
That brings up Morton.
That brings up your second baseman, number 1, Parker Morton.
He singled his last time up after 2 up, 2 down to start the bottom of the 5th. Creekside, not how they would have liked this to start. Parker's looking to turn things around. I feel like just observing Grant when he throws these pitches, he holds his glove out a little longer and fiddles with his grip when he's throwing the curveball. 1-1 count. I'm kind of watching that closely here in the 5th inning. Yeah. Like right here, think curveball. Down and away. 2-1. Up and in, 3-1. I could be way off on that observation. It's just a few pitches that seem to go that way. Three and one. Here's the pitch. In, and Morton will take first base. A two-out base runner for the Knights. And Sean Ashenfelder. He's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out today.
Now batting is your center fielder, number 20, Sean Ashenfelder.
Into the batter's box goes Ashenfelder, and Creekside could really use a big-time hit right here. Extra bases, which he has got 7 extra base hits this year. That could really help Creekside get back into this ball game. Down 2 is we're 2 outs into the bottom of the 5th. Extra bases with Morton's speed could definitely score him. Pickoff move to first, back safely is Morton. Morton in motion, curveball misses in. Safely at second is Parker Morton. A 1-1 count on Ashenfelder. Runner in scoring position, 2 away. Sean looking to come up big at the plate. One sent back up the middle. Crown throws to first. It's not in time. Ashenfelder, safe as the throw, pulled Bottolato off the bag. Tried to reach back and tag him out. He did so unsuccessfully. Ashenfelder will reach on the error. Runners at the corners, a 2 away for Connor Belizik.
Connor Belizik.
You look back to that third inning where Creekside got a few base runners, could have plated some runs. They missed that chance. Now down by 2, you get runners at the corners with 7 outs to play with. Time's starting to run out. And this is the type of situation where the Knights would love to plate one, or it's going to get harder these last 2 innings. So now visit as they talk with Garrett Grant. Belizik's 0 for 2 on the day. Fly out and a pop out. Looking to put this one in play. Get it down on the ground, force him to potentially make a play. Just get something down. A base hit to allow Morton to score. Now runner on third, Parker Morton. If he scores, the lead's down to 1 again. And if Ashenfelder were to score from first, we're tied up. If you're just tuning in, Creekside took the lead 1-0 in the bottom of the 4th. Top half of the inning, the Hawks took a 3-1 advantage, plate in 3. Now the Knights trying to cut back into that deficit. Ashenfelder going for 2. Belizik swings and sends one foul down the left field line. Ashenfelder will most likely be in motion again right here to get into scoring position. However, there is a D1 committed catcher behind the plate with a good arm. 2 outs. I doubt that they'll throw down, but always that chance. Ashenfelder stays put as Belizik sends another one, chop foul down the third base line. 0-2 count. Belizik's driven in 10 runs this season. Looking to come up big time again for the Creekside Knights. Set is Grant. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Knights get 2 on with 2 out, can't bring them home. On to the 6th inning. It's 3-1 Hawks. First Coast Lighting and Fans is a proud sponsor of Schlick Sports and Creekside Baseball. They have the area's largest selection of lights, fans, and home decor. Be sure to stop by and browse their location on Phillips Highway across from the Avenues Mall at 10130 Phillips Highway. They look forward to helping you with your lighting needs soon. Top of the 6th inning now on Schlick Sports, and time now for a pitching change brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. Hunter Schlegel in and out of the bullpen for Creekside in the top of the 6th inning. He's appeared in 2 games this year, going 3 1/3, no hits, no runs, 4 strikeouts, and 1 hit by pitch. He's looking to come in here and keep the Hawks from adding anything more on the scoreboard. Schlegel, one of just a couple lefty options for the Creekside Knights as he faces Payson Garcia, 5'6'7", coming up for the Hawks. Garcia chops one to first. Harvey steps on the bag. 1 up, 1 down to lead off the 6th inning. Final line on Matthew Bysham. The Knights starter goes 5 innings, allowing 5 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned. He walked 2 while striking out 5. Overall, not quite the start he would have liked to have. It wasn't a bad one, but in the end, he's currently in line for the loss. He was kind of cruising through those first 4 innings, only allowing 1 hit, 2 base runners, and then that 5th inning, something just kind of clicked for the Spruce Creek's Hawks. Got a little bit of a spark from the bottom of the order. Single strikeout, single walk, and then top of the order gets the job done, bringing in 2 runs. 2 more runs after an RBI. In the bottom of the order, grounder over to third. Belizik makes the throw on for out number 2. That retires to Tunjan. And Julian Braga up with 2 away. Currently stand at 3-1 in the top of the 6th inning. Spruce Creek with the lead, of course. Nice start to this appearance out of the bullpen for Hunter Schlegel. First pitch to Braga is fouled over to the Creekside dugout. 0-1. One swung on and miss. 2 strikes on Braga. Creekside looking to set him down for the 3rd straight time on strikes. Here comes. Pitch misses down and away, 1-2. The 1-2 from Schlegel. Misses low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two outs, the 2-2. Curveball misses away, so back into the count. Braga, he's worked it full. The 3-2 offering. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Hunter Schlegel comes in relief. Sets him down 1-2-3 in the 6th. Bottom half of the inning coming up. Creekside got 3-4-5 coming up. Looking to get back into this one. Time running out at Freedom Field.
They are back together again and talking sports in Jacksonville. Brent Martineau and former Jags player Austin Lane from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. on all the social media platforms, and for the first time ever in Jacksonville, a 24/7 streaming network. It's Action Sports Jacks 24/7. Download the Action News Jacks Now app and get sports all day, every day. It's on Roku, Apple TV, Google TV, and many other platforms. Action Sports Jacks 24/7 and the new Brent and Austin Show, 10 a.m. until 1 p.m.
Bottom of the 6th inning for Creekside. 3-4-5 coming up. And they need to get something going. Down 3-1, but softball national anthem being played. We're going to bring it back in a minute. Play ball. Again, bottom of the 6th inning, 3-1. Spruce Creek leads after putting up a 3 spot in the top of the 5th. Creekside had taken the lead momentarily after the bottom of the 4th, but now they find themselves down 2 with just 6 outs to go. Ty Martineau tripled to lead off the 4th inning.
Now batting is our shortstop, number 5, Ty Martineau.
And this part of the order, they got to get something going, especially the heart of the order after Martineau. Be great to get him on base, but this heart of the order, Harvey, Bisham, McFarland, haven't gotten on base yet. 0 for 6 at the plate. Bisham did bring Martineau home on a ground out. As he takes a pitch away, 1-0. On Martineau. Here it comes. Shows bunt, trying to get it down the third base side. He misses, 1-1. Tried to catch him off guard. Instead, a ball and a strike on Ty Martineau. That triple earlier gave him a 7-game hit streak now. Checks his swing. Did he go? No, he did not. 2-1. Set is Grant, the 2-1 pitch. Bloop down to left, diving and missing. It is Edwards going for second as Martineau. He is in. Ty Martineau with a single and out of base. Runner in scoring position for Adam Harvey. And though that's not going to be scored a double, we'll give a shout out to our double sponsor. They haven't gotten a mention yet. Triple Crown Fence called today at 305-331-9377. Runner in scoring position, Ty Martineau. Adam Harvey's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Looking to put all that behind him. Bring a run home or get on base. Curveball catches the zone, strike 1. Harvey, one of a few guys who have just not been able to figure out this curveball from Garrett Grant. Just a nasty pitch. Showing bunt Harvey and stepping off Grant. This is a guy who came into this game only allowing 2 runs in 22 innings. Creekside able to plate 1 in the 4th. 0.64 ERA on the season for Grant. Runner in scoring position for the Knights. They got to get 2 against him. Harvey pulls back. He's hit by a pitch.
There you go, Adam.
To third, Ty Martineau. Wait, did that not hit him?
No,
It hit the catcher. So runner on third, 1-1 count on Adam Harvey. One misses away, 2 balls and a strike. Just looking to put a ball in play. Bring Martineau home. Added bonus would be to get on base. Grounder right back to Grant on the mound. They'll get the out at first, and that's a big one. Harvey made good contact with it, but a nice job by Grant flashing the leather, getting the out.
Now it's 1 down.
1 out, and Michael Bysham looking for his second RBI of the day. He was first pitch swinging last time. This time he takes one in the dirt. 1-0. Carson McFarland on deck for Creekside. He shows bunt, pulls back. It was a suicide squeeze. Martineau caught on the third baseline. He is safe. He avoided the tag. He's safe at third. Spruce Creek cannot believe it. Magic from Martineau. I think Spruce Creek's trying to argue he went out of the baseline. He didn't. A long discussion. And he is safe. And They're trying to go out to argue more. Matthew Cleveland has already had some words, and he is not thrilled with this call.
What's the count, Blue?
A 1-1 count on Michael Bysham. Still a runner on third, one away. Little luck for Creekside.
Yeah, it should be 1-1. I'm about to say we said 0-1.
I think they're talking about the count. Now we got it. 1-1. Corners not close in. Bysham could try again for a bunt. Pickoff move to third. Safe is Martineau. The 1-1. Curveball. Had him on his back foot, 1 and 2. Well, on his front foot, the back foot fell out. Bysham's got to put one in play. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on, he stays alive, fouling it back to the backstop. I have no reason to believe he goes anywhere but the curveball right here. Had him out looking silly earlier. Shook off a sign. Here's the pitch. He goes fastball. Bysham able to fight it away. I think the sign was for a curveball. He didn't agree. The 1-2 pitch. Curveball swung on and missed, strike 3. Grant finally wears him down, so after the leadoff man gets to third with nobody out, a hard grounder back to the pitcher and a strikeout. Now McFarland got to find a way to get Martineau home. Two outs. McFarland 0 for 2 on the day. Swings at a curveball. Fouls it out of play, 0-1. This heart of the order, 4-5-6, 0 for 8 on the day. McFarland with 2 groundouts. The 0-1 pitch. Line to right, going back and making the catch is Joe Hansen for out number 3. The Knights get a man in scoring position to lead off the inning, get him to third, and then 1, 2, 3, they can't get him home. A brutal blow for the Knights as we play on to the 7th, still 3-1 Spruce Creek. Top of the 7th inning now on Schlick Sports. Bottolato will lead things off for the Hawks. Against the Creekside Knights, Hunter Schlegel, after 1, 2, 3 innings, got 8-9-1 due up. Bottolato, 1 for 2, had an RBI single in the 5th. Takes ball 1, 1-0. The Spruce Creek team off to a phenomenal start. Came in ranked 23rd in Florida, 4th in 7A. Ranked 12th in the state by perfect game on March 12th. The 2-0 pitch. Catches the zone, 2-1. Schlegel into the windup. Strike 2 at the curveball. Full windup and the 2-2. Curveball just misses. Full count. Gavin Strump going to go have a quick word with Schlegel on the bump before the 3-2 offering. Doesn't want to walk the leadoff man. Already down 2. Three-two count. Time called at the plate. Full count. Fouled away. Creekside coming into this one at 6-4. However, they were 1-3 at home. Had some tough opponents. Their losses coming to Bartram Trail, First Coast, and Providence. Another foul ball and staying alive. Bottolato. Another real challenge here in Spruce Creek. Trying to avoid falling 1-4 at home while they're 4-0 on the road. 1-1 at neutral site to add in the other 2 games. The 3-2. High fly ball to the left. Backtracking on it. Williams dropped it. Bottolato to second. Runner in scoring position now. Reed Johnson to the plate.
That'll bring up the right fielder, number 15, Reed Johansson.
You could tell Williams was having a little trouble out there tracking the ball. And just going right in and out of the glove. Runner in scoring position, nobody out, showing bunt and pulling back on it was Johansson. Pitch skips away, Bottolato to the third. One-0 count. Infield in for Creekside. Quinn Wilfong going out to the bullpen to get warmed up. Schlegel set the pitch. Fouled away, 1-1. This thing, far from over, but definitely the feeling not going Creekside's way. They've missed a few opportunities to get some runs on the board. They've come back to bite them. They're down 2. Most likely Garrett Grant will see another inning of work. Getting the bunt down foul is Johansson. 1-2. Creekside will have 7, 8, 9 due up in the top of the order. They are 4 for 6 when it comes to getting on base in this game. First, they got to get out of this inning. 1-2, take him for strike 3. Big out number 1 from Hunter Schlegel. That brings up the top of the order. Devin Crown singled in the 5th. Infield remaining in for Creekside with the runner on 3rd. He's got to get Crown and Eisel. Showing bunt is Crown. He gets it down. Morton bare hands will flip to the plate. Not in time. And now, no one was covering second for a moment. Martineau is there to hold him at second. It's 4-1 Spruce Creek on the bunt single. That's one where I don't think Morton had much of a shot to get him at home, but already down 2 and struggling to hit at the plate. Had to give it a try. Didn't get him at the plate. Ezel now up. Ezel. 1 on, 1 out, 1 in. Foul ball 0-1. Pickoff move to first. Back safely is Crown. Bottolato reached on an error out in left field to get to second. Made it to third during the Johansson at-bat. Perfect bunt from Crown brought him in. Now a 3-run game. Schlegel trying to escape the inning without any further damage. 0-2 count on Ezel. Comes set. The 0-2. Grounded past the third baseman, Belichick, and it's not going to count. A balk on Hunter Schlegel. So that's a balk that you might take on an 0-2 count. Instead of 2 runners on. The runner does get into scoring position, but takes away a hit. Gets a chance to get Ezel for out number 2 still. Is a great balk by Hunter Schlegel. Runner going, pitch high, throw to third, not in time. Devin Crown takes third base. 1-2 count on Ezel. Infield will come back in for Creekside now. Do they bunt again to try to bring Crown home? It's a 2-strike count. High risk, high reward. They already bunted once to bring in a run this inning. Crown not far down the third base line. It's a fly ball to center. Ashenfelder will come in, make the catch. Fires to the plate. The throw will not be in time. It's 5-1 Spruce Creek. That was a really tough throw for Ashenfelder, who came in, made a nice catch on the play.
Next up for the Hawks, left fielder number
Just couldn't get enough on it
Edwards.
to get it there in time. LJ Edwards the next up with 2 gone now in the top of the 7th inning. Curveball misses 1-0. Schlegel going to step off the mound for a moment. back on the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike one on L.J. Edwards. He's 0 for 2 with a walk in this game. Grounds one back to Schlegel, who fields, flips over to first in time for out number 3. But the Spruce Creek Hawks tack on 2 more in the top of the 7th after a couple insurance runs. Creekside got to dig out of a deep hole when we return on Schlick Sports.
Attention sports fans of Southwest Jacksonville. Are you prepared to defend against the greatest opponent of our time? I'm not talking about a rival team. I'm talking about cyber threats. Did you know that in 2023, over 60% of small to mid-sized businesses experienced a cyber attack, and only 14% were considered prepared to handle the attack? Don't let one setback sideline your success. Here to help is CMIT Solutions of Southwest Jacksonville, your local IT managed services provider for small to mid-sized businesses in and around Southwest Jacks. Tune in to our free podcast on cybersecurity, where we break down the complex threats in just 15 minutes per episode. Make the most of your drive time and defend your business like a champion. Stay safe, stay secure. Find us on YouTube at youtube.com/@CMITSWJacks.
Bottom of the 7th. And time now for a pitching change. Excuse me, that is not a pitching change, no. Garrett Grant still out for another inning of work, trying to go for his 3rd straight complete game. Allowed just 2 runs in his last 20 innings. Strump fouls one away. It's Strump, Blancett, Morton due up for the Knights. Strump sends one to right center. That's down for a base hit. Creekside down by 4, but they got a leadoff base runner to try and get back into this game.
Now batting for the Knights, number
Now
7,
bring up Tavern Blancett for Drew Williams.
Into the game on the base is number 21, Josh Huber.
Williams had singled back in the 3rd, but struck out looking his last time up. Wonder if they're going for the matchup here, lefty-righty. And with the way Williams struggled with his curveball the last time up. First pitch, fastball right down Broadway. Strike 1 to Blancett. Blancett this year 2 for 7 with 2 RBI. Got a runner on first. Takes a pitch low. Late break for second. Huber is safe. One. Morton on deck. Ashenfelder in the hole. Blancett a little bit behind that one. Fouls it off. 1-2. Creekside has been held to just 1 run in this ballgame. However, they have been a very good offensive team this season. Scored 6 in all but 2 games. Huber breaking for third now. The throw not in time. Another late move to third. Now 2-2. With that one skipping away from Braga, I wasn't sure if they gave it a chance, but the aggressive base running move pays off. Huber now just 90 feet away. The 2-2. Curveball froze him, strike 3. That brings up Morton. He's singled and walked in this game.
Now with one away, that'll bring up your second baseman.
Morton.
Number 1, Parker Morton.
Now 4 for 11 with 6 walks on the season. Just looking to get on base right here. Hand it over to the next guy. Curveball, strike 1. I feel like Grant's been filling up the zone a good amount with his first pitch. At some point, Creekside's got to start being aggressive, and the guy on deck in Aschenfelder, he's known for that. Swinging early and counts. Morton late on the fastball, goes the other way, and fouls it off 0-2. One out, one on. Creekside down by 4. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Curveball bounces it. Huber saying put it third. 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes on Parker Morton. Fastball away, 2-2. He's got it back to even. There's a good size hole out in left center. Boyesen shaded a little towards right. The 2-2. Curveball misses high, full count. And this would be huge for the Knights momentum-wise to get another man on, give them some hope in the bottom of the 7th. Top of the order and the tying run would be on deck. The 3-2. Back to the pitcher. Grant now has got Huber in a run down on the third base line. Huber trying to get back to third. He now heads towards the plate. Throw, and he is out. Morton to second. And that one hurts for Creekside. 2 outs now. Aschenfelder to the plate.
And now a 2-away. That'll bring up your center fielder, number 20, Sean Aschenfelder.
Just trying to keep the game alive. Get it to the next guy. Aschenfelder and Belizik both need to get on, and then that would bring up Martineau, who's gotten a hit in each of his last 2 at-bats. Triple and a single. Aschenfelder fouls one back. 0-1. A 0-1 offering. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. Knights down to their final strike. Grant set. Looking for his 3rd straight complete game. It's slapped to first. Caught for out number 3. So the Spruce Creek Hawks come into Creekside after trailing 1-0 after 4. They score 5 unanswered to take it by a score of 5-1 for Garrett Grant, the starter for the Hawks. He is now 5-0 in 5 starts. His fantastic season continues. his third straight complete game for Creekside. Their losing pitcher, Matt Bisham, fought hard on the mound, got hit around a little bit in that 5th inning, and the Knights could not bounce back. We'll be back Friday as the Knights take a trip to Tallahassee to take on the Leon Lions Friday at 7, and then Lincoln Saturday at 11 a.m. But until then, I'm Noah Schlick signing off, saying have a good night, and I'll see you next time here on Schlick Sports.